Hello, everyone. What I wanted to do today is I wanted to introduce jQuery and just give a little introduction to it, and then show you how you can set up jQuery in a website. Here, what I have, I opened up Firefox here. Hopefully, this is the first time using screenshot video here, so hopefully this all works fine. But um, here is a website where you can get jQuery. jQuery, what is it? It was as first introduced, or it was first made in 2006, by this guy John Rezig. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing it right. He's actually out of the University of Rochester. He developed it in New York City at a bar camp. jQuery, what it is, it's open source. It works on all platforms, all browsers, even Internet Explorer 6. What it is, though, is basically a cross-platform JavaScript library that simplifies client-side scripting for HTML. Client side again is what happens on the user's computer as opposed to happening on a server. This is totally free. It's super common on the internet. You'll see it surfing the web all the time. And a lot of times you'll see it in things like slideshows, even something like Bootstrap uses jQuery as part of its form. It's very commonly used for animations. If we were talking about 10 years ago, 15 years ago, when you saw a lot of these animations or these ads or all these kind of non-traditional animations within the browser, that was Flash. Flash at this point is essentially dead. Nobody uses it. And A lot of people have moved over to jQuery to do like simple slideshows, like even drop-down menus, things like that. This is jQuery. So jQuery, basically, you add the files into your code, and I'll show you a little bit how to deal with this. There's no user interface for this. This is all like we're gonna use Sublime. I'm gonna use Sublime Text to do all this. Unlike something like Flash, there's no interface that you deal with. So um, here we go. Here's the website for this. Again, it's open source. I'm just gonna go to download. And here, as you can see, there's compressed and uncompressed versions of it. Let me just download some of these. We're at 3.2 at this point. As you can see, if I click on this link, this is the compressed version. And as you can see, it's a really long, incredibly long file. Let me go to the other one for a second. Uncompressed, it's a larger file, but you can actually see understand the code here and read it. I'm not going through any of this code. This is just something that you can look at if you want to. What I'm going to do here, though, is I'm just going to download on Mac. You just click, and then save link as, and you can just download this. I'll download this to the desktop on my computer here, and then go save. And here we go. We got jQuery 3.2.0 minimized. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Sublime Text here. Ooh, here we go. There we go. I did make the text a little bit bigger, just so it's more legible. Let's see how it goes here. And a typical website again. I'm just going to do this HTML. I'm going to close out my HTML. And then within here, I'm going to put the head tag. And then I'm gonna, close out, do the body. I have a question mark there. Bozy, of course. I'm gonna just save this. In fact, I'm gonna make a new folder or a new directory on my desktop here. I'm just gonna call this jQuery website. I'm gonna put an underscore there. Just, file names, especially if they're going online, you don't want to have spaces in file names. And I'm going to save this file here. I'm going to just call it index.html and save it within my directory, which is on my desktop. Where am I? Here we go. Save. Okay. So here we go, and we could put a title tag here if I wanted to. And then, of course, then maybe hello world. Okay. And then I'm going to just add a CSS directory, maybe a JS directory, and an images directory. Okay, and then I'm going to have a new file here. I'm just going to save it right away as style.css, just in case we want to use CSS here, which we probably will. Okay, and I save that within the style.css directory. All right, cool. Right now it's empty. In the title here, I should start adding things. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do here is, well, I have to link the CSS file here. So link, of course, this is the same anytime you put a CSS in. Link rel style sheet. If you forget this again, you can go to any website and look at the source code, and it'll be right there. Then we need type, of course, text dash or /CSS, and then the file path using href. And maybe I'll make this window a little bit longer here. And since it's in the CSS folder, I'm just going to go CSS/ and I called it style.css. All right. And then close out the link tag here. And maybe I'll make this a little bit bigger. All right, the next thing we want to do is we need to also deal with the JavaScript file. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I am going to go back to my directory, and I'm going to just put this jQuery 320 in my JS folder, or JS directory again. All right, so it's in there, of course. And so is my CSS. So the next thing I need to do is link the JavaScript file. Okay, so how I do that, use a script tag. Okay, and to link it as opposed to the href in a script tag, you use src. Okay, and you link it to the actual file. So it's in my JavaScript file, and the name of it is, I'm going to have to check this out. It's jQuery.320 min. I'm just going to copy and paste this to save some time. Okay, so there we go, .js. And so this is a little bit different when you deal with script tags, is you have a closing tag with a /. Okay, there we go, it's in there. So that's the first thing. And now I'm gonna actually use this jQuery to do something. By the way, w3schools.com they have very good tutorials on jQuery. So check it out. In fact, I'm basing this tutorial off of one of theirs. So I'm gonna just take this hello world that we have, and I'm going to surround this by paragraph tags. Okay, so there's paragraph tag, and what we're going to do with this is we're going to use jQuery to make text disappear as the mouse clicks on it. So I'm going to do two other ones here. Maybe call this make this disappear. Okay, and let's just do a third one. I can do this make this disappear too. Sure. Okay, so I'm gonna show a basic functionality. Just make a basic function using jQuery to make this text disappear as the user clicks on them. So this script, this function will go in the head actually. So I'm just gonna go script again, and this has to be after you call the actual file. And the second thing I'm going to do is before I write this script, I'm going to just close it out, the script tag, just so I don't forget about that later. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do, and you'll see this a lot when you're dealing with jQuery, I'm going to just write a line of code, $, and in parentheses I'm going to do document. Which is referring to this document that we're dealing with, .ready, and in parentheses function. So we're going to write a function using jQuery, and this has to have parentheses. It automatically makes a second closing parentheses. I'm going to just take that out. Just so you make sure that there's opening and closing parentheses there. Then I'm going to put curly brackets. And I'm going to move the curly bracket to the end. And this is where the closing parenthesis goes. Okay. And then another thing you have to add is just a semicolon. Okay. So within this area, I'm gonna write a function that just affects the paragraph tag. So double quotes, and I'm going to put a P in there. That just refers to the paragraph tags. Hello world, make this disappear, in the third one at the bottom. So on the click of them, I'm going to do a function. And again, it's going to write a third closing bracket if you're using Sublime Text. You don't want it there. And I do it at the end. So this is where the closing parentheses goes, and I'm gonna just add a semicolon at the end. And then in here, I'm gonna go this in parentheses, and it turns orange. That's good. And then hide, and in parentheses, and we're gonna cross our fingers and hope this works. All right, so looks okay here so far, so I'm just going to save it. And then I'm going to go into Firefox, and I'm going to open up the file that we're dealing with, the index.html. Let's cross our fingers here and see if it works, and it works. So now I'm clicking on these, and they all disappear. And I'll reload this just to show this again, and it doesn't matter what order. In fact, you can add more paragraph tags here. You could add a lot of things if you wanted to, as long as they're within p tags. They're going to disappear. I'm gonna I'll do again, make it disappear. And let's just try putting also this in italics, just to show that it's, as long as it's in a p tag, it's going to disappear. I'm going to just save this. Oops, well, I'm not spelling disappear very well, am I, today? Okay, so and save this again. I'm going to open this up in Firefox again. I should leave this window open. Open file. You can try this, open, and they all disappear. And as you can see, if you make something disappear at the top, the other text below it will take its place. You can do this with a lot of different things. I wanted to, I could do this with images if I want. Let's try an image here. So I'm going to use an img tag, okay? And I'll do it before the hello world here. And we're going to have to find an image online. img src. And I'll just find something online. I'll call it flower.jpg. Give it alt tag. You always should have alt tags when you do web design. It's good practice just to put it in anyway. Okay, so there we go. And I'm going to save this. And I am just going to go really quickly, maybe Google Images. Just find a flower. Not a big flower. Let's find a smaller flower. Oops, we got a window open here. Size, medium, sure. Okay, this looks like a good one. And then I'll just drag this to the desktop. Oops, no, I don't want to do that. Here, trash that. View image first. Oh no, I don't want that. Let's try this one. Okay, so this is on my desktop. It's a JPEG already, that's good. I'll just rename this file flower. And I am going to throw it into my images folder. Okay. So since it's in my images folder, I have to have the correct file path, images-flower. Okay. And I'll just save this and we'll try this again. There we go. And as you can see, when I click on this image here, it disappears. Okay. There we go. So, and since I don't have the paragraph tag in my code anymore, the paragraphs don't disappear. Okay. So here we go. This is basically, I'll put this code online on the website actually. This is the basic functionality of jQuery here. The next thing I want to do, and maybe I'll leave this for a separate video. The next video, I'll just show you how to work with jQuery using a slideshow. But as you can see, the main things that are important here, you have to get the jQuery. This is 3.2.0 here. You can get that from jquery.com and just download the file and throw it in your JS folder. And then you just have to have the script here. And then down here, we got our tag, and that's all. So I'll leave this tutorial here. I'll make another one showing how to import, how to use a slideshow using jQuery. So that's all, and take care. Bye.